Hi everyone! I'm back with another kind of yearly reflections talky talk video. I did already film this look. It is part of the Glamlight 3 Looks 1 palette. I did something a little bit more wackadoodle today. I just kind of felt like it, so I'm also still kind of playing around with some inner corner shenanigans, so that look should be up on my channel before this one goes up. So anyways, the video topic I wanted to talk about today is brands I want to try next year. Now this isn't a promise that they're going to be tried and featured because I don't receive PR. Would be nice, I mean, who doesn't want PR? But because I obviously have to buy all this junk myself, there is no guarantee that they'll get tried, but it's stuff that's been on my wish list for a bit of a while now. And so that means if I ever had the means to, if there ever was a killer sale, I definitely would want to try these. But if you guys have any other ideas of brands I should be on the lookout for, feel free to suggest them, but here's just kind of a short list of what I'm really the most interested in. So the first one is Victoria Beckham Beauty. Now the only thing I've tried from her so far is her primer. I had a whole long list of things to get during her 20% off sale, but I ended up only getting the primer just because her brand is pretty pricey. But I really want to try her liners. The colors look beautiful. I want to try those lid lusters, especially because I've had such a great experience with the Jaclyn ones. I feel like Victoria Beckham, Hourglass, etc., they're probably like even better, so I really want to try Victoria Beckham's. And I also really want to try her Posh lipsticks. I think they'd be really cute, and if I had the money, I do want to try one of her Bitten lip tints. It looks like something that would be totally up my alley. Definitely reminds me of Korean lip products. So yeah, I have Victoria Beckham Beauty on my list, and whatever else she comes out with that I'm interested in, it's definitely something I really want to try. Next is GLAMSHOP, and they are a European brand. I believe they're Polish, but I don't want to misspeak, so I'm pretty sure they are. But regardless, GLAMSHOP has these pretty well-known, at least within the indie community, well-known Holo eyeshadows, and I have been wanting to try them for a really long time. Now, they actually did have a sale running all the way until December 26th, but I didn't pull the trigger because the shipping's pretty expensive to get it over here, and one of the shades, Fancy Holo, the one I want the most, is out of stock and hasn't been restocked yet. To buy the shades I want minus Fancy Holo, and then to have to go back and buy Fancy Holo, I would be paying shipping twice, and it's a pretty hefty shipping tag. So I'm gonna be waiting for Fancy Holo to come back, and the moment it comes back, I'm gonna just buy everything. So even if I miss out on the sale, I'll still save money on shipping in the long run because that's some expensive shipping. But I really want to try those Holo shadows. The reason I held off for a while was because I was afraid they actually were glittery, but after seeing swatch videos and after talking to some people on Reddit, I've been told they do not have any sort of that chunky glitter or anything really like sharp or anything, so definitely want to try those. I feel like I'm gonna have so much fun once I can finally get my hands on them. So funny story, I was hanging out with my mom the other day and she was like, you know, I was talking to my sister, so my aunt, and she was like, I was talking to my sister and I was telling her about how you like makeup, and now my aunt is a perfume, luxury, makeup, all that luxury stuff. She's really into all of that. My mom was telling her that I really like makeup these days, and my aunt was like, tell her to use Chanel lipsticks. Those are the best lipsticks in the market, best lipsticks in the world. And my mom told me this. And I told my mom, I was like, you tell her I'll try Chanel when she gives them to me, because your girl ain't paying for Chanel. But because of that conversation, and you know, I have seen people use Chanel lipsticks. I know Michelle Wong reviews them a lot. I've seen Temptalia review them, and I do think they have some really pretty formulas and colors. You know, I find luxury lipsticks to be questionable in terms of whether you should be spending that much on a lipstick. But admittedly, I have run into some higher end lipsticks where I find the color, the combination of color and formula has a bit of a kind of sophistication to it that I find hard to replicate elsewhere. So admittedly, I do really enjoy them sometimes. So I had on my list, I do kind of want to try a Chanel lipstick next year. I think I can definitely afford to just treat myself to like 1 or 2 lipsticks. So I definitely have that on my list now, and maybe if I'm lucky, she'll actually give me some to try, because I heard she has quite the collection, so you know, maybe she could spare some for me. It's really only just because she said it. I've literally never had any interest in trying makeup from Chanel. I mean, it's just so expensive, but I do have it on my list. I do want to try like 1 or 2 lipsticks next year if I see something I like. Alright, next up, I have more indie brands. I want to try EMME Cosmetics. I want to try Dandelions Co., Give Me Glow, JD Glow, and Hindash Beauty. and Lethal Cosmetics. Those are definitely on my priority list of indie brands that have really caught my eye. I will also go ahead and throw in Touch of Glam Beauty because Bad to the Brow keeps talking about how their multi-chromes are really good. I just have to make sure I don't buy any that overlap with what I already have. But I definitely have more indie brands in general. I really want to continue to branch out. I love shopping small. I love knowing that I'm supporting somebody's dream, and I do frequently find indie brands to have really killer formulas, colors, and color schemes. So definitely really love it. I particularly want to try, I've had terrible experiences with Gimme Glow's palettes, so I don't buy their palettes anymore, and I'm probably never gonna buy their singles for the matte or metallic formula ever again. But they do have this ultra reflective, almost mirrored finish of eyeshadow, like where it's so metallic you can almost see a reflection in it, and I definitely want to try those. So those are kind of on my short list for next year. Going to buy a palette from EMME Cosmetics, but I just ended up having a lot of other things I wanted, so I didn't. And similar with Dandelions Co. So I do really want to try from those two. I'm not sure what I want to try from JD Glow yet, so no guarantees there, but if I stumble across something I like, maybe I'll give it a go. I definitely want to try the Beautopsy palette whenever I get the chance to. I will probably do it at the next gift card event is probably when I'll go ahead and buy it, since he is on Beautylish now, which is fabulous. I definitely am interested in trying his eyeliner, I might just throw it in. So yeah, I'm also gonna go ahead, while we're talking about kind of independently owned brands, I will go ahead and also mention I want to try more products from AURIC. I know she releases products very slowly, which I think is great, but I do want to try, first off, once one of those, there's like one shade right now of the Smoke Reflectivos that has been out of stock for a little bit. Once that comes back in stock, absolutely I want to buy that, and then when I do, I'm gonna get Glow Lust. I do really want to try Glow Lust. I didn't like Flawless Filter, and I did get rid of it, so I don't really know why I want to try Glow Lust, but I don't know, maybe the fact that it has a pump, I'll use it more often. Anyways, I want to try it, and if I don't like it, I do know there's definitely a market for people who will buy it off me. So, and I'm also gonna add in Lisa Eldridge. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I haven't tried Lisa Eldridge yet, probably just because of money, let's be real here, and her stuff does sell it really fast. I'm not sure if I want to try her liquid blushes just because I've been burned so bad, but I do know if I do buy them and then sell them, somebody's gonna buy them, so those do tend to get claimed very quickly, so no loss there. I'm definitely interested in her lipsticks, and also I don't know how interested I am in her foundation because I heard that it's more of like a velvet finish, so I don't know about that, but you know, I'm sure she'll release more things. I'm sure I'll find something I'm interested in, so depending on what comes my way in 2022, I want to try Lisa Eldridge. I already mentioned Lethal Cosmetics. Mostly I want to try the face products from Lethal Cosmetics. I want to try their blushes. Yeah, because they have some really unique colors, so that's definitely something I want to look out for. Next on my list, I wrote more Korean, Japanese, and Chinese beauty. So obviously we've all heard of brands like Peripera, Clio, maybe even Aritam. Definitely on the higher end of things, a lot of people have heard of Sulwasu. There's also, like in the Japanese side, you have Suku, Shuyumura. People have definitely heard of those, and on the Rhodes Shop side of things, I'm sure people have heard of Can Make or Cezanne, Heroin Make, stuff like that. And in the Chinese realm of things, currently the brands with the most kind of intense marketing that's really getting people would be brands like ZC and Perfect Diary. And ZC's sister brand, Palace Identity, is kind of getting the most amount of attention, but there's a lot of brands on the other side of the pond that nobody knows about and that I really want to be able to share and discover. So I definitely want to dive more into those beauty brands. I have yet to really find something from a Japanese beauty brand that really clicked with me, that I really liked. At this point in time, the Shuyumura Glow On Face Powders are pretty much impossible for me to find here. I cannot find any colors in stock anywhere at this point, so sadly I will never be able to try those as far as I can tell, but I do want to try more like Shuyumura lipsticks and stuff like that. Suku is basically almost impossible to find unless you buy it on Selfridges or like from like a reseller or something, since Suku doesn't actually sell in the US. But in terms of like, the reason I've never really actually tried anything from Can Make or anything is because I just haven't found anything yet that I feel like I would be interested in. Nothing that fits my preference. Of all the makeup preferences in East Asia, the one that I would say I find I least find fun for me is the Japanese trends. I don't know, I just never really gravitated to their beauty trends. I definitely find the Korean and the Chinese trends to be a little bit more fun. But if I do find something that I stumble across, I do want to try it. Right now I definitely want to try a foundation from Addiction someday. I definitely want to try that. And with regards to Korean brands, you know, I want to try just some brands that people don't really talk about. There's lots of other brands out there that are a little bit more obscure. Of course, they also do then tend to be frustratingly difficult to find, but if I do track them down, I definitely want to try them and share them with you guys because, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff out there. And then with regards to Chinese beauty, the hardest thing is that Taobao's own internal forwarding service will not send makeup to you. They also won't send technology or anything like that. So they don't send makeup. I believe shopping services can, however, so I just need to pile my order together and get it to a shopping service and have them forward it to me. I found a couple products I'm interested in, and I do plan on making a makeup Taobao haul sometime in 2022. And when I do that, I definitely want to share with you guys what I found. I know it's going to be like really difficult for you guys to obtain it for yourselves if you really wanted it, but it really is not that hard to use a forwarding service, and their agents are super helpful. So definitely don't be afraid. So I'll be really excited because I think there's a lot of exciting products coming out of China these days, and with more and more shopping services able to ship to America on your behalf, it makes it, you know, more accessible, so a lot more fun. For example, Flower Nose still doesn't have an international website, so definitely want to buy more from them as soon as I am able. I did find a couple of other products I'm interested in, and just, yeah, generally I just want to try it. I definitely want to try something from Florisis in the future. They have an international website and the prices are actually really comparable once you factor in shipping, so I think buying from Florisis is fine. I'm not really interested in buying from ZC or Palace Identity. Their marketing is really good, but I promise you their products are really not worth the price, and the markup difference between their Taobao shop and the international shop is borderline scandalous, so that's why I just never buy from them. That's that. More just Asian beauty. Next, I have some kind of higher end brands on this list. I don't know if I can get to all of them because they get real expensive, but I kind of grouped them all under the umbrella of like beauty-lish brands. So brands that you can't really find on Sephora, but you can find on Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, and Beautylish. So right now I have Wayne Goss. I do want to try some of his lips someday. I definitely find them interesting. The lip liners too. And I do want to try more of his brushes. There's a couple brush sets I'm really interested in. It's just that they're just so expensive. I also wrote down by Terry. I'm not really so sure what from them I want to try, but if I see something, definitely would be interested. I have Givenchy. I really want to try more from them. Particularly their Prism Libre Loose blushes are finally going to track their way across the pond to North America next year, so totally down to buy at least one of those. Sisley is so crazy expensive, so I don't know what I'd want to get from them. The only thing I own from them right now are the lipsticks, and I bought those off Reddit. I didn't even buy them full price new, so that's the only reason I own them, but I do love them a lot, so I definitely want to try more from Sisley. I do know Teresa's dad really likes one of the Sisley foundations, so if it's not discontinued by the time I want to get it, maybe I'll get that. I really don't know. It's expensive, no promises. It's just something I'm interested in. I do also have an interest in trying something from SURRATT someday. Again, we'll see if I see anything interesting. I wanted to try the blushes, but I just am so scared of liquid blushes. I wanted to try the Dewdrop foundation, but Michelle Wong loved it, but a lot of people on Reddit just absolutely hated it, so then I just kind of felt conflicted. Next, I wrote down Guerlain. Specifically, I want to try the Guerlain Meteorites powder. Tara Babies goes on and on about these, and she's also gone through several at this point, so I definitely want to try them. The shade that I want is pink. I can really only find it on Selfridges, but regardless, I do want to try the Meteorites sometime. I don't know when that'll be, but whenever it is and I buy them, I'll be really excited to try them. They seem really cool. Alright, lastly, I wrote on this list is CHANTECAILLE. Now, I do actually have some things from CHANTECAILLE, like I have a single shadow, I have like one lipstick, I have the Manta Ray Blush Duo, which I mostly got for the packaging. But I want to try more from them. Like, I want to try, though CHANTECAILLE is the one liquid bronzer, liquid blush that I would actually be down to try. I do want to try foundation, and I honestly, their lipstick packaging and their lipstick colors and formulas from the one I do have makes me really hungry for more, and the packaging of their lipsticks is just divine. It would just be so pretty to be able to have them all displayed on my counter, to even just look at them, because the packaging is beautiful. I love the animal themed collections they make, which is why I like Menagerie Cosmetics so much. So absolutely, if I just magically had a ton of money, I would love to just collect their lipsticks. Just collect them. And, you know, maybe I'll do like once a month I'll buy one, and hopefully they don't go out of stock faster than I can get my hands on them, because I do really want to try more CHANTECAILLE next year. And then I had some brands that I'm kind of like, well, I do want to try more from them, but I also, if I didn't, I wouldn't really be offended, because I really am gonna have to see something I really like, and that would be brands like Charlotte Tilbury, which meh, I don't really have much from her. I don't think I have anything from Charlotte Tilbury right now. I've like gotten rid of everything I used to have from her, so. But if, you know, I saw something from her, I would be down to try more. I do also really want to try, I like just haven't found the collection for me yet, but if I ever saw something I really like, I would really want to try Colored Rain. And I did see a botanical collection. I just heard that ever since they reformulated their shadows, it's just not as good, but maybe if I stumble across something. Oh, and then lastly, I do know for a fact I will be buying from them next year. I don't know when, it's only a matter of when, but absolutely I'll buy from them next year, Ace Beauty. Now that they've reformulated and the reformulations have gotten such rave reviews, I absolutely will be buying from them next year. I don't know when, but I will be, and when I do, of course, I'll feature them. I'm so excited to try them. I really did want to get the Tropical Vibes palette, but the time wasn't right and it is currently sold out. So yeah, I'll throw that one in there too of something that will be bought. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else right now. I do want to try more Dior lipsticks, but money and all the favorite ones that I like have been sold out and I suspect will not ever come back, so bummer. I don't know if I'll ever be able to try the ones I want to, but yeah, I'll leave it there. That'll kind of round up brands I'm interested in trying. I hope you guys thought that was interesting to hear my kind of wish list basically. If you have any other brands that I've never heard of before that you would like for me to go and take a peek at and maybe add to this list, then definitely let me know in the comments what unheard of or slept on or underrated brand you think I should try, and if I like what I see, maybe I'll add it. In the meantime, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it fun, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!